I'm standing in the middle of a war zone, the tension between my boyfriend's family and me palpable, as his mother's voice echoes in my mind, begging him to quit the nonsense, to leave me behind. His family's disapproval hangs over us like a dark cloud, threatening to destroy the life we're trying to build together. My boyfriend and I have been together for about a year and a half, and we've known each other since we were kids in the 3rd grade. Our families were acquainted through school events, and we became friends in college before finally realizing our feelings for each other went beyond friendship. We're both engineers, passionate about our careers, and we have a clear vision for our future together. My boyfriend has a job lined up after graduation, and I'm confident I'll have plenty of opportunities in the city where he'll be working. But from the beginning, my boyfriend knew his family wouldn't approve of our relationship. They have a traditional mindset, and they'd always envisioned him marrying a Telugu girl, someone from their own culture. When we first started dating, my boyfriend wanted to keep our relationship a secret, afraid of how his family would react. I agreed to keep it private for a little while, but I made it clear I wouldn't be hiding forever. I wanted his family to know about us from him, not from someone else. My family, on the other hand, was eager for my boyfriend to introduce me to his parents. They wanted his family to understand that our relationship was serious, that we were in this for the long haul. So, after a few months, my boyfriend finally gathered the courage to tell his mom about us. As predicted, she freaked out, getting down on her hands and knees, begging him to end things with me. She didn't like me, didn't like my family, and cited our cultural differences as the reason. But the truth is, our cultures aren't that different. We're both first-generation Indians, we went to the same schools, and we share a Hindu background. The main difference is that I'm Bengali, and he's Telugu. After that initial confrontation, my boyfriend's family became passive-aggressive, and he started to distance himself from them. My family, on the other hand, grew anxious, worried that his family's disapproval could lead to problems down the line. They've seen cases where men have led women on, only to demand money or favors from their families. In Indian culture, money and prestige can sometimes overshadow logic and love. My parents are worried that my boyfriend's family might try to manipulate him, to use emotional blackmail to get what they want. They want us to get married as soon as possible, to protect me from any potential harm. But I don't want to rush into marriage just because of his family's behavior. I know my boyfriend would never do anything to hurt me, and I trust him completely. I've talked to my parents about this, and my dad is understanding, but he's also wary of how his parents might react in the future. Now my boyfriend's parents are in denial, thinking that he's just going through a phase, that he'll eventually come to his senses and marry a Telugu girl. His dad has even told him it's okay to date me, as long as he marries someone from their culture eventually. It's painful to know that his dad sees me as just a passing fancy, a temporary distraction from the life they've planned for him. My boyfriend's sister is no help either. She's 23 and she's grown up in the States, but she refuses to defend her brother, instead choosing to follow her parents' wishes without question. As we move forward, my boyfriend and I are planning to take a stand. We want to make it clear to his parents that we're a real couple, that we're committed to each other, and that we're not going to let their disapproval tear us apart. We're planning to ask them to meet us for dinner, to talk things through and clear the air. But I'm nervous, unsure of how to approach this conversation. How do we make them understand that our love is real, that we're not just some phase or infatuation? Should my boyfriend ask them to meet us in a public place, or should we try to have this conversation in private? And what about his sister? Should we try to involve her in the conversation, or is it better to leave her out of it? I'm looking for any advice or guidance on how to navigate this difficult situation. Have any of you gone through something similar? How did you handle it and what was the outcome? Is my family too involved? Or are they just trying to protect me? What are some things I should avoid saying or doing during this conversation? And what are some things I should make sure to mention? As I stand here waiting for this dinner to happen, I'm filled with a mix of emotions: anxiety, hope, and a deep-seated fear that things might not go as planned. I'm scared that his parents will never accept me, that they'll always see me as an outsider, as someone who's not good enough for their son. But I'm also hopeful that we can find a way to make this work, to make them understand that our love is real, and that we're meant to be together. Was I wrong to want to have this conversation to try to make his parents see things from our perspective? Or was it the right decision, one that will ultimately bring us closer together?
If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Drop your verdict in the comments below, subscribe for new stories every single day, and hit the notification bell so you never miss one.